Delhi LG, he set a precedent and sanctioned the prosecution of author Arundhati Roy and former Kashmiri professor Sheikh Shaukat Hussain under the UAPA or the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act. The duo will now face prosecution under UAPA for alleged provocative speech that they delivered at an event back in 2010 under the banner Azadi the Only Way. At this event, Arundhati Roy called for Kashmir's Azadi. She said that India needs Azadi from Kashmir and Kashmir needs Azadi from India. She further called Kashmir as the most militarized zone in the world and termed India as a hollow superpower.
India needs Azadi from Kashmir just as much as Kashmir needs Azadi from India. It is the most militarized zone in the world. For me, it's an intolerable situation. It's a historic meeting taking place in the capital of this very hollow superpower. India needs Azadi from Kashmir just as much as Kashmir needs Azadi from India. It is the most militarized zone in the world. For me, it's an intolerable situation. It's a historic meeting taking place in the capital of this very hollow superpower.
Now, also Kashmiri rights activist Sushil Pandit has complained against the duo over their speeches. In his complaint, Sushil Pandit alleged that the issue discussed and propagated during the convention was the separation of Kashmir from India. He asserted that provocative speeches were made in the presence of late Kashmiri separatist leader Saeed Ali Shah Gilani. The BJP has welcomed Delhi LG's decision, saying that those who seek to break India and spew venom against the nation must be punished.
The Lieutenant Governor of Delhi, who has taken a bold step by booking the two hate mongers, Arundhati Roy and Dr. Shaukat. I believe the step should have been taken long back. And Arundhati Roy, everybody is aware that she is hiding right now in the foreign and speaking venom against the country. I'm glad that both of them will be held. They will be caught and they will be punished as per the law.
Many thanks to LG Sahab for allowing to prosecute Arundhati Roy and all those separatist leaders, the so-called Naxal element in this country, who said that Kashmir is a separate part. It's not a part of the India. The very thought of breaking India is always persistent with them. And these people must be tried and they should be booked. And the law should take its own course on them. They are harmful to the health of the country.
Meanwhile, some in the opposition hail Arundhati Roy. PDP chief Mehbooba Mufti's daughter Iltija Mufti has claimed that Arundhati is being prosecuted for being an audacious voice who refuses to bend. On the other hand, Congress has questioned the delay in action.
14 साल पुराने फाइल को एलजी साहब अभी तक कर क्या रहे थे पिछले 14 सालों से? क्या है ये सब? एलजी साहब, आपको बताना पड़ेगा कि 2010 के केस में आप 14 साल बाद निर्णय क्यों ले रहे हैं? अगर ये देश की सुरक्षा से संबंधित निर्णय है तो ये तुरंत क्यों नहीं लिया गया? और अगर ये हैरेसमेंट करने के लिए निर्णय है तो निश्चित तौर पर इसका खामियाजा कौन भुगतेगा?
जिस तरीके से अरुंधति राय पर यूएपीए के तहत मुकदमा दर्ज करने की बात सामने आ रही है, ये बहुत ही शर्मनाक है। और दिल्ली के एलजी कितना त्वरित उन्होंने कार्रवाई करने के आदेश दिए हैं। और आप ये देखें कि क्या ये भड़काऊ भाषण एक पढ़ी लिखी बड़ी राइटर उनका सम्मान न करते हुए बल्कि उनके ऊपर एक मुकदमा इतना गंभीर दर्ज करने की बात है।
Well, Sabyasachi is joining us this morning. Good morning to you, Sabyasachi. As far as this event is concerned and the questions that have been raised, what is the action that has now been initiated on part of the Delhi Lieutenant Governor?
See, the Lieutenant Governor gives prosecution sanction against Arundhati Roy under the UAPA for provocative speech at an event in 2010. The officials at the Raj Niwas have said that the issue discussed and spoken at the conference propagated the separation of Kashmir from India. See, we had seen that after this, several reactions has been coming in, where from the Trinamool Congress, in fact, they have questioned that if the BJP thinks that by prosecuting Arundhati Roy, they would put out a message that the BJP is back as it was in 2014 and 2019. But this time around in 2024, it is not the same. It is not the same BJP with the same majority that has gone in 2019. Meanwhile, some has stated that why the action against Arundhati Roy took so much time, so that it took around 14 years for the government to pass the prosecution. Meanwhile, the war of words is going to escalate, but the complainant, Sushil Pandit, an activist from Kashmir, he had filed a complaint under section 156(3) of CRPC before the Metropolitan Magistrate Court in the National Capital, who earlier had disposed of the complaint on November 27, 2010, with the director to register an FIR.
When it comes to Sabyasachi, every step that is now being taken is being questioned on part of the opposition, saying that why this delay of almost 14 years has taken place.
Well, absolutely. See, the opposition has been questioning the intent of the central government. They have been questioning since the matter happened in 2010. Why did it take so much time for the central government? Because the BJP was in power from 2014 onwards. Why did it take so much time for the government to prosecute Arundhati Roy under the UAPA? If this is a clear-cut motive just to harass her. On the other hand, some has been saying that the BJP is not the same as it was in 2014 and 19. If the BJP thinks that they can bulldoze anything, they have been mistaken. So the TMC, in fact, also had raised concerns over this prosecution which has been passed against Arundhati Roy.
All right, to those questions that are being raised by the opposition, let's listen into the counter coming in from the BJP side.
अभी पता चला है कि एलजी साहब ने अरुंधति रॉय, जो आमूमन अलगाववादी जुबान बोलती है, उनको प्रोसिक्यूट करने के लिए सैंक्शन दे दिया है। परंतु जो कानूनी कार्रवाई और कानूनी प्रक्रिया है, उसे होते देख कांग्रेस और उसके इकोसिस्टम में इतनी बिलबिलाहट क्यों है? वो क्यों अब दुख के आंसू रो रहे हैं? क्या कांग्रेस और उसके इकोसिस्टम ने ठान लिया है कि जो भी अलगाववादी भाषा बोलेगा उसके साथ कांग्रेस पार्टी खड़ी हो जाएगी? अभी तो हमने देखा कि कांग्रेस पार्टी के नेता ने कहा कि हम एसजीपीआई का समर्थन करते रहेंगे, उनका समर्थन लिया भी है। कभी कांग्रेस पार्टी एसडीपीआई के साथ खड़ी हो जाती है, कभी कांग्रेस के नेता याकूब मेमन और अफजल गुरु के साथ खड़े हो जाते हैं, जो सुप्रीम कोर्ट द्वारा आतंकवादी घोषित कर दिए गए थे। कभी कांग्रेस पार्टी कुकर ब्लास्ट के आतंकी को बचाने की कोशिश करती है, तो कभी रामेश्वरम ब्लास्ट के आतंकी को बचाने की कोशिश करती है। ये कांग्रेस उसके इकोसिस्टम को अलगाववाद और आतंकवाद के लिए इतना दुख दर्द क्यों महसूस होता है? जो लोग भारत के टुकड़े टुकड़े करना चाहते हैं, जो कहते हैं कि कश्मीर भारत का हिस्सा नहीं, अभिन्न अंग नहीं है, और ये बात जब कही थी अरुंधति रॉय ने, तब कांग्रेस की सरकार थी जिनके संरक्षण में उन्होंने सारी बातें कही थी। आज कांग्रेस के इकोसिस्टम को ही बुरा लग रहा है। वो इस प्रकार से रिएक्ट कर रहे हैं जैसे कि अलगाववादी और आतंकवादी पे कार्रवाई करना ये गलत बात है, ये गैर संवैधानिक है। बताओ, यही इनकी मानसिकता है कि वोट बैंक के नाम पर ये राष्ट्र नीति के साथ भी राजनीति कर सकते हैं। इसलिए जब 370 हटाया गया, उसका भी विरोध कांग्रेस पार्टी ने किया। जब आतंकवाद के खिलाफ कानूनों को और सख्त किया गया, उसका भी विरोध कांग्रेस पार्टी ने किया। कांग्रेस के नेताओं ने तो 26/11 के हत्यारे कसाब की भी पैरवी कर दी। कांग्रेस ने पाकिस्तान को पूंछ और पुलवामा पर भी क्लीन चिट दे दिया।
Well, that is how the BJP has been reacting over the nod that has now been given by the Delhi LG to prosecute author Arundhati Roy. Let's move